It's I also feel that one has to keep learning. And now that I'm an entrepreneur, so it's not just marketing. I have to also be sharp enough when it comes to finance, legal, operation, and other facets, HR. So I believe in learning. I believe the fact that the only way one can keep going up the ladder to success is by upskilling. And I continue to do that. More importantly, right now, I'm sorry, there's a lot of disturbance here. Can we have everyone on mute? And yeah. So basically, as I speak to you right now, I'm very
Preeti, you are again on mute. Please unmute yourself, Preeti. Yeah, that's okay.
Is that fine? Thanks. Thank you. I don't know last what you heard, when I was talking. So, okay. So let me begin. So basically what I was saying to everybody was that I'm one kind of a person who doesn't settle for less. And I believe that, to achieve something in life, to really climb the so-called the ladder to success, and to really make something of yourself, one has to constantly keep learning. Learning should never stop. And the learning can come in many forms. It can come in form of upskilling programs that you take up. It can come in forms of networking and connecting with new people, or even attending seminars like this one today. So I feel that challenging oneself, like in my journey, in my entrepreneur journey, professional and also personal, I was, I had said some things. I'm not sure if you heard me because I was on mute, but let me just tell you again, right from the beginning, like when it came to my first time, the IMT CDL MBA program, the PGDM program, I did that program when I was, when I had a small baby. My child, who was only 1 year old. It was very difficult and challenging at that point in time to balance my personal life along with my studies. But I did take it up, and I thought that it was excellent that, this program helped me move on, and it has really helped me today in my career. Again, I did not hesitate to take up another course in 2021, where I was, with a batch of youngsters who were freshers basically. And I felt that even as a staff, I can very well sit in a class of youngsters, the youth, and, start all over again. Why not? What is the problem? So I did take up that course, which really helped me in my career again. And one should not hesitate when it comes to, studies and taking up courses like this. And I continue to do that because last year, again, I picked up another course in digital marketing. So, it is not about how much time I've spent in this domain. I have spent more than 22 years in marketing, but I continue to learn, and I continue to keep challenging myself for growth. And even today, when I'm sitting in a very comfortable place in my house and with everything all set for me, I am again considering, changing my location and moving to a new place. And all this is only for helping me open up a room of opportunities for me when it comes to my profession. So these are the things that one, at least for me, it has always been a consistent, strive to move ahead, so in 2021, I did this whole a big business acquisition with a foreign company, and at that time I was like, mainly from the marketing side, and I had little knowledge about finance, legal, operations, and other things, that were required for this business acquisition. But you have to keep learning new things, and it is extremely important. And this is also helping me today as an entrepreneur with my new venture, which is DreamWeb India. So basically, it is not just the domain knowledge. I feel that everybody has to challenge self for growth, and growth can come in different shapes, sizes, forms. And I also feel that it's not just about working, putting in more number of hours or putting in more effort. I think it's very important to connect with people, to meet more people and network for opportunities. Also to attend webinars and seminars like the way IMT CDL, keeps having every weekend. So more importantly, is also that a lot of people say that we are very confident, we're very confident and we do this and that and the other. But,
So
it's
what I
not
get from
about
your experiences that keep upskilling. That is what Preeti is emphasizing upon, so that you are aware about whatever you need to do. You have the adequate level of expertise and the confidence to go ahead with the goals in your life. Preeti, can you share one or two instances when you started this entrepreneurial journey? Any kind of challenges, concerns that you faced? There were certain individuals who were trying to create certain obstacles in your journey to start this venture.
Okay. Yes, of course. I mean, the thing is that like I said, that when I started DreamWeb India, there were many challenges actually. And I had to, first of all, like I said, just marketing, because, my digital marketing is my knowledge base, my expertise and my experience comes from there. But as an entrepreneur, you have to know it all. So that is first thing. You have to be open to things, even in areas where you are lacking. So if there are areas, then you must go ahead and get whatever it takes to build your knowledge base in that segment. And with a new company, you have to know a lot of things when it comes to finance, legal, and all of that. So domain knowledge is not just enough. You have to be very open to things. Working with a new team, especially the youth, you have to be very open to taking feedback. So, you can't be archaic in your mindset where you're coming from, that I think in a particular way and it has to be done in a linear way. It doesn't work like that when you're, in that space that from where you're operating. So it is very important to take feedback and to get your facts right, and to work in coordination, in collaboration with your workforce. So the challenges were obviously staffing, and talent is always one of the big issues, when you are setting out new, getting the right talent and nurturing that talent. So I feel that it is so to some extent your likability helps you get the right people and get you in that opportunity. But more important is that how consistent are you in your effort and in nurturing the talent. So that is another thing which is very important. There are a lot of negative forces. I realized that in one of the questions also put out by the audience was that what do we do when you have negative thoughts or negative people in life who try to interfere with your goals. I feel that you have to be patient enough to keep a lot of plans that you have going on in your mind or even on paper to yourself till you don't materialize on them. So closures are very important in business. When you're in the process, you have to just keep calm and keep patient and just wait for things to close before letting it out. So because we are staying in a very competitive world where we have to be careful and cautious. So that is another thing that I felt. And constantly, I believe that getting the time to reflect on your own self, on your own moves, so that you can improve day by day. You don't have to wait for...
I think, Kinshuk, you have been able to get the response on the question that you have put forward to Preeti. So Kinshuk has put forward the question, how did you identify the right kind of resources for your new venture? Any kind of hindrances or hiccups that you faced in starting this venture?
Okay, so there were, of course, I mean, I will not say there weren't any, there were many hiccups. And when I started this venture, the first thing was that we are working with, because we are working in digital marketing, the competition was immense. Like, it's like a fish market pretty much, where, there's so many players, and to cut yourself, to cut a niche for yourself is very important. And as I moved along and started talking to people and building with my own set of network, I realized that sometimes you have to create new products and new services. So there may be hundreds of things in the market available to you at very reasonable price. For me, what worked very well was the fact that I realized personal branding. So I take personal branding as something which is upfront, So for me, my company is into build and enhance brands online. So I made it very clear right from the start that I'm going to work with, the young companies which are more struggling, the struggling companies, and I will help them with their branding and brand reputation. So this was one place where I wanted to really create a sort of niche for myself. And the second thing was about image building and personal branding. A lot of people have, like, in fact, most of the corporates and organizations have their PR wing taking care of their public relations and marketing and social media marketing. But what about personal branding for the founders and the C-suite? So that is where I really tried to, build myself, a business. And sometimes, which is what I'm saying, that you have to move away from the crowd and make an identity for yourself. And
So
I realized
that's a very beautiful way in which you created your own space to run this digital agency. And Kinshuk has already responded to your explanation. So he's definitely agreeable to what you have mentioned. And I think Jyoti would also agree to what you have mentioned regarding how to start a venture, what are the key points that should be kept in mind, and how to build a coordinated team, how to staff the venture, and consistently work towards the growth of the venture. So now I invite Jyoti Jain to share her experiences, how she has been setting milestones, and how she has been trying to achieve those milestones which she has set for herself. Over to you, Jyoti.
First of all, thank you so much. Hello. Yeah. Okay. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Bharti and IMT, for having me here for this esteemed panel discussion to share with Preeti and Jamini. It's so much, energetic to hear you, Preeti, and looking forward for Jamini also to share her journey, which will be actually very exciting, and I'm very excited about it. To share my journey, I would like to go a little few decades back, where I started my journey when I born in the era when the girls were not very much privileged or preferred. Starting the journey of a life, very much complementing to the challenging self for a growth. The topic that says it all from the start. So once I born, like, a female, array, you got a girl child, Baba. So, normally the boy should have been born into that era. Why girl have a first child? It's okay. And then while you started, growing up, while you don't even understand lot many things, so I was very wheatish. You don't look beautiful. You have very bad teeth. You don't look good. You have specs. Arey Baba, nobody's gonna marry you while you grow up. So that kind of challenges. And then furthermore, while you're growing up, I was not very studious types. I must share here. I'm more of observer and more of a listener and more of practical approach, sort of, not a bookish person. So of course, if you're not a bookish person, at times, in your studies, it challenges you to not score much greater numbers. So which is again a problem. You are also not good at studies. What you're gonna do in life? You don't look good. You don't study well. What's gonna happen to you? For that matter, I'll tell you. Even on my 12th, my class teacher has invited for the PTM. Parents has been called, and the class teacher said, "Your daughter cannot do anything in her life. You please get her married." So that was the statement, a very bold statement given by my class teacher to my parents, that She cannot do anything. You please get her married. That's the only thing you can do to, help your daughter. So that's how, again, they're challenging all throughout the journey while I was growing up to, before entering into that open space, post at 12th, where we tend to decide our career, our life, our, profiles, what we're going to do in life. There was already so much of challenges while, I was growing up to reach out to that level. And so there was always a choice whether I should accept those statements which is given to me, or I should challenge myself whether to conquer those challenges and overcome those that. And I'm thankfully blessed with the wonderful parents and my father, who was always supported. And I think that's his confidence in me, that irrespective of whatever the statements were coming all throughout the journey, I could able to do those things which I am doing right now. And if I talk about that, the professional journey, if by any chance you have gone through my LinkedIn profile, you must have noticed that every profile is absolutely different. That is no way linked with my qualification or any way with my experience. So I really appreciate all the interviewers and all the organizations who have seen that talent and the skills in me. Of course, I was looking for some challenging journey for myself, but it's like complementing both ways. The organization has also chosen me amongst the all experienced people who were there for that particular job, but they have chosen me to take care of those particular profiles. And I think I did justice to it. And here I am today. The last more than a decade, I'm in the automobile industry, working with all the men colleagues, counterparts, hand in hand, and working in be it in the yards, because our kind of company, it's they're into the used commercial vehicles. So we have yard where we conduct an auctions, where I started from basic marketing to marketing, branding, communications, PR, entering into the business, setting up a 60 people customer service team, which is all completely female driven, to start with the journey that where no females were there. And also you were also like question like what girl is gonna do here, and it's very difficult to accept it, to reach out here. Now I'm heading a company with the same organization as the CEO, that has been given that opportunity 2 years back for the valuation and inspection. And I'm really thankful to the all the team and the colleagues and the boss for giving me and having that trust in me and helping me and supporting me. Of course, it's like likewise. Firstly, I would like to say here, you are your competitor amongst before anybody. I think you yourself is your competition or your critics. Be appreciate yourself and also critic to yourself, then anybody else comes to you. If I would have listened to the things ke tum kuch nahi kar sakte, or you can't do that, you can't study, you can't do that, so there is always a no. Whereas to me, there's no comes into the picture. Anything comes to me, I take it like, okay, fine, let me try and doing that bit. And for me, it's like try till you succeed. It's not just trying. Many a times we listen that, okay, I'm trying, and then I left it. So I think this one step ahead of that trying, you please keep on trying till you succeed it. It might take some time. It might take you, go through with a lot of challenges, but I think eventually you get the success. And all I can say is here I am talking to all of you. It's, irrespective of all the odds, that's where, it just proves it. If you have that confidence in you, you are focused and persistent, you'll be at where you want to be. So that's on the journey, a brief side. I thought it'll be helpful to share.
So Jyoti, you have set forth a set of goals, pointers that an individual can keep in mind to achieve success in life. So there are certain pointers which have been set by Jyoti. The first one is set ambitious goals, is what she has to state. So each individual should not be afraid to set high goals, ambitious goals for themselves, and to challenge themselves to achieve more than they ever thought possible. And she has taken very down-to-earth expressions and experiences to state this, that you should never say no, never say die, keep on setting high goals and try to achieve them. Then she secondly talks about building a supportive network. So you should, to achieve your goal, aim at getting support from your friends or your family members or colleagues who would be always ready to help you, support you whenever you want any kind of such aid or help from them. The third pointer that he has put forward is speak up. So women should speak up and advocate for themselves, whether it's asking for a raise or a promotion, voicing their opinion in meetings, or standing up for themselves in personal relationships as well. The fourth point which he has emphasized upon is to embrace the strengths. So build upon your strengths. You look for the strengths, the unique assets that you have in terms of your abilities. So find out what is your ability, what is your talent, and use it for your advantage. The fifth pointer is take risks. So you should take calculated risks. It's not that you just dive into the water. So before diving into the deep waters, take calculated risk. Think about what can be the pros and cons, and thereafter make challenges, create challenges for yourself. The sixth pointer is to find role models. So you should seek out role models who inspire, and you would be motivated by them. You should learn from their successes and their challenges that they have faced in life. The seventh pointer is to prioritize self-care. So you should be much more careful about your health as well. So what kind of regime that you should maintain throughout the day. So that also should be kept in mind. Eighth pointer is to build resilience. So you should be aiming to create a bounce back from setbacks or failures that you may face in your life. Ninth pointer is to cultivate a growth mindset. So you should always aim at learning more, improving over time, and you should look for opportunities in any kind of challenges that you face in life. So challenges does not mean that the doors are closed for you. It is opening up of new ways, new avenues for yourself. So during any kind of situations which you believe are adverse, you can think in terms of opportunities in that adversity. And lastly, she has to mention, please celebrate success. So you should recognize your accomplishments and should take pride in the hard work and dedication that you have made in resolving those challenges which you have faced in life, or whatever challenges that you have created for yourself and achieved them. There is a question for you, Jyoti. You said you moved from a lower to a higher role. So currently you are a CEO. One participant has a question. How did you inspire yourself to take up the lead role? And what were the challenges that you faced before you took up this role?
Okay. So challenges, as I shared it, challenges is always gonna stay. Please do not expect that challenges will not be coming onto your way, but at the same time, stay focused that, okay, irrespective of challenges gonna be there, I need to resolve it. To add on to that, today definitely I'm a CEO, but I started my journey from that my teenagers time, where I took up a role as low as door-to-door marketing. I started with door-to-door marketing to earn some, what do you call it, the pocket money, because during that time there was no pocket money concept, and I come from the middle class family, so that I earned it to, going up to the call center, doing various kind of roles. anything came to my way just to help me sustain, do that, survival for an, some good pocket money in earning, or for my higher studies, or for my well-being, or my, taking care of my expenses, I kept on taking it and trying to work on that particular role and opportunity, try to excel it. Also try to always observe what are the other higher authorities, how they are behaving, how they are doing, what kind of responsibilities they are taking care. Trust me, it's not the designation or hello.
Yeah, we are able to hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So one thing I would like to add on here, it's not that the role and the designation defines you. All is defines you the way you work, you take up your responsibilities. The way you start handling your responsibility, automatically you will start moving ahead on your ladder of your career growth. So it's not that the challenges will not be there. So see upward, what are the challenges your bosses are facing, or the upper levels are facing, and try also not along with your level, in any way that you are expected, wherever you are, you are expected to do the learn from their experiences. Why to do the experiments on your own when you can learn it by looking at, like, an Eklavya story, you need not to experiment everything on your own. You can see them, see there's a lot of people are, doing hard work, smart work. Grasp that, learn all of, try to infuse all the learnings, whichever you can observe it, and take it in you. And I think that is what was the beauty. As I said, I was not very studious, but I'm a good observer. So I trying to observe it, I try to capture all the good things, and that's how I slowly, and the people see you, when you are responsible, people see you, that people can count on you, people can depend on you, how you are on the difficult timings, how much pressure you can handle it. And these small things makes you something different, and then once you are trustworthy, once you can show, turn out to be a result oriented person, I think success is just a matter of a time. So I think go slowly, stay focused, don't run after money, or don't run after the designations. These things will come automatically, trust me. I never ran after money or the designation. It came on its own to me. I never asked for any of the role or the salary packages, whatever it is. I just got it. I am here in front of you guys. I have just focused on work because I love working. I think people have a hobby, different hobbies, and I have a hobby of working. I really like enjoying the different kind of work and the challenges, whatever it comes for me to, which can give me the result. So that's where it is. I'm not very sure. Is it okay, or I hope I am able to answer your query. Is it, or something I missed it? Please ask.
I hope whatever has been mentioned by Jyoti, that has given an answer to this question posted by one participant. If you still want to ask any other question from the panel member, you are here to clarify on it or ask that question. Okay, so yeah, you have adequately addressed the query that has been raised by one of the participants. And I hope Preeti and Jamini, they agree with whatever has been mentioned by Jyoti. And now I move ahead. Thanks, Jyoti, for sharing your down-to-earth expressions and experiences as well. So initially starting with your journey in terms of just getting pocket money, and gradually just aiming to run your show with full responsibility, with full confidence, and reward would come on its own. So rather than running for higher positions, and running for money, the aim has been whatever responsibility has been given to her to deliver that responsibility with full justice. So that's her mantra for success. Now let's take what Jamini has to mention. So Jamini is here with us to again share her experience, her journey, and how she has, as an individual, been able to face challenging situations, whether in her professional life or in her personal life. So over to you, Jamini.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, IMT CDL, and thank you, Bharti ma'am, for this inviting me to attend this webinar. And the agenda has already been said by Ms. Preeti and Ms. Jyoti Jain. So they have tremendous experience and they have shared a great knowledge. So I would like to start my discussion with a small presentation. I'm sharing my screen and yes. Please let me know when it is coming up.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So thank you once again for inviting me to talk on this topic, this challenge yourself. Because challenge for the growth. Yes. And I would like to start the discussion with one of the event. I have attended one event in when I was in my BTech 2007 in IIT Mumbai. And there was a technical event where I have to participate. I have to make actually a model with the model of bridge with the help of a straw. And I remember my team has gone for other events. So I have to complete this task. And I took the challenge. And I complete this task with my efforts and completed this project on time. So challenge yourself. It is the one path which leads to growth. There could be several ways that we can challenge ourselves to get the growth in our life. I am going to explain few of them, like doing things on time. Doing things on time involves basically the punctuality. Punctuality is the most effective approach to establish a positive first impression. Like if we are in a corporate world, we have to submit some documents to the client. And we have committed certain time. Yes, in this much of time, we are going to submit our document. But if you are not able to complete or we are not able to submit the document on time, the client would not like us. It might be possible he will not give work again. So discipline and doing things on time is very important. Likewise, if some college student is there and he has to reach college, let's suppose on 10 o'clock in the morning as per the college time. But when he gets up late and he is getting late and he got stuck in the traffic jam, he can't reach to the college on time. So it's better to start your day 10 minutes before your time. So punctuality is the most important thing. Let's go to that healthy lifestyle. I believe actually living healthy lifestyle is playing a substantial role in the growth journey. Someone has already said that health is the real wealth. I normally, since my schedule is very busy, I have to work in an office around 9 hours. 1 hour is normally the traffic time, travel time mostly. But I make sure that I'll spend minimum 45 minutes for my yoga. That yoga helps me actually to keep me fit and stay calm. I think someone can actually convert this habit of, he or she can leave one bad habit and then he can adopt a very good habit, like for example, if someone is drinking or taking morning tea or coffee in the morning, and then after some time what he can do, he can leave this morning tea and coffee, and then he can take lukewarm water, because taking tea, actually, I got to know recently that taking tea in the morning is not good for health. So I started doing this thing, that taking lukewarm water instead of taking coffee. Next is I believe actually reading books, journal, and LinkedIn post articles. Last year, into 2022, I have read 2 books. I know 2 books is very small, but reading books not only give knowledge, but also improve your focus, memory, building good communication skills. You may see here, this is the list of books which I would like to read. I'm progressing towards that, but yes, I think that I am going to complete this maybe in 2-3 years time. Then writing daily diary. I understand the importance of writing daily diary after spending my 10 years of career in the industry. Because I observed one of my boss, and that she used to write daily diary, that what on one particular day she is writing that she has to do these things, she has to meet all these people, and then she is writing, yes, or maybe in the not today, after few days she has to meet with these people. So she used to write daily diary. I started writing daily diary by just learning from her, because the habit, once you start writing your things, it is good because it will track your progress. It is gaining the self-confidence, and you can improve your writing skills. Somehow it is also helpful for you to increase your communication skills. And if you will note down all your points, like, yes, I have to do all these things. So it is also going to reduce your stress. You are not going to forget, oh my God, I forgot this thing, what I have to do now. So I believe actually writing daily diary is very important to get the growth, or to challenge yourself to get the growth. Yeah, I hope you may find my presentation valuable, although it was very short. And yeah, thank you so much for listening me. Ma'am, you are on mute. Ma'am, you are on mute. Dr. Bharti, you are on mute. Dr. Bharati, you are on mute.
Okay, so Jamni has very clearly explained. Jamni has very clearly explained how you can create challenges for yourself, how small nitty-gritties of life should be kept in mind once when somebody is setting certain goals. So punctuality, a very common ability which should be there in the individuals, or I would say each individual should try to maintain the timelines, whatever timelines have been set. So they should be kept in mind while challenging and achieving the goals. She has also specified on healthy lifestyle. So not that you should always aim at success, that you create certain challenges and you create stress for yourself. The idea is not to create stress. So even if there is stress that is created to face the challenges, she talks about diary writing. Daily diary writing would de-stress yourself, would help you in de-stressing yourself. So that is very lucid way to explain. So lucidly she has explained how to create challenges, Even if you write a diary, it's not just to de-stress yourself. You can monitor your progress. You can write down any kind of situations that you had observed. They were quite stressful for yourself, and work out a plan as to how to create a game plan to handle that peculiar situation. So situations can be nasty as well, whether in the professional life or in the personal life. So an individual has to think as to how they can handle those challenging situations, because nothing in life is a problem. Everything is a possibility. So look for not locks on the doors, look for keys on the doors. So even if you face challenges, if you face certain kind of complexities in life, it's not just challenges, there can be certain kind of complex situations that you face at your personal front or at the professional front. So do not think in terms of a problem, think in terms of a solution, think in terms of possibilities. So that was what Jamni has to specify on. Now I keep this house open. So any of the participants who have any questions to host, to put to the panel members, you are ready to do. You are now welcome to do so. Waiting for any kind of questions that you have in mind. These panel members have shared their experiences, and they have also tried to make you understand how you can challenge yourself for growth and how you should be able to generate success for yourself through certain methods, to certain practices. All right, so Neeraj has mentioned that he shared a question yesterday. So I put across a few questions which have already come to us. So one question is, if you are getting negative thoughts, so how do you overcome this situation of negative thoughts coming in your mind? You create a milestone for yourself, you set a goal for yourself, but there are certain thoughts which you have in your mind which may be quite negative, which may not help you in going forward in life. So I would request Preeti to take this question.
Sure, thank you. So first of all, whenever you're having any kind of negative thoughts, understand that is there any fact, is there any reasoning that you can find that will help you reduce such thoughts from coming? Because a lot of times when we have some kind of proof, evidence, or any kind of facts which can help us reduce this negativity, then that is an instant solution. If you don't have any proof or evidence or anything, and it's just self-created perhaps, or something that you're just getting swayed by, in that case, the second best thing is that you have to accept that these are negative thoughts. They're coming to me and they will just go away, they'll vanish next morning. So you just need to just accept that and live with it for maybe few hours or maybe a day, but just keep your calm, be patient, and it will go away. So it's like every morning is a new morning, a new start of the day. So sometimes we are overwhelmed by so many things that are coming to our mind, which could be negative. So just wait, watch, observe, understand, and accept. That's the best you can do in such a scenario, and let it go away automatically. Because a lot of these thoughts can be self-created also. They may be like, illusionary. They may not be true. And the third most important thing for any kind of negative thoughts is that surround yourself by some positivity, some positive friends, some positive discussions, anything that inspires you. It could be a movie, it could be a book, it could be people. So, that is another thing, that how you can distract, but that's a temporary thing. And if it keeps coming again and again to you, then you will really need to, then sit down with yourself and really work with your heart, your mind, your heart. What does your gut feeling say to you? And then say to yourself that, you like with some affirmations probably that can help you reduce your stress level and let this whole thing just go away.
So primarily, Neeraj, you need to work on yourself in order to do away with any negative thought that you have in your mind. There is another similar kind of a question that has come across. The question is, if other people pull your leg or they generate certain kind of negativity for you, so it may be a big challenge that you have to overcome. And they would always be looking for your negative points. They would not be creating a conducive environment for you. So how would you tackle such a situation? And I would request Jamni to come across with her exposition on this, how to tackle the situation when others are creating a negative environment for you. The first question was within yourself. So before taking your venture or when you face a situation, so within yourself, you have a negative thought in mind, you do not have the self-confidence, and how to overcome is what we had discussed. The second question is, others are creating it. So from the external situation, this negativity is coming. So how to handle the negativity from the external environment? Jamni, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. So if we are getting negativity from the external environment, if I would be on that position, so I will focus actually on, concentrate on within ourselves, within myself. And I will try to find out why the other person is trying to create negative environment. What is the purpose behind that? Is he wants for me actually to challenge myself to overcome on this situation, or he want to actually pulling down to me? So if he wants to pull down to me, I will not going to focus on that thing. I will try my 10% or 10 times more effort on that situation, that yes, I can do this and I have to do this. We should not actually focus on the negative pulling environment. We have to focus actually on the what we can do best on that situation. We should not look on that negative things.
So do not focus
Yeah,
on the negative external environment, focus on yourself.
Yes.
How you can create a pleasant environment for yourself despite that external negativity. I hope Jyoti agrees with me on these two questions. So what have you to mention about these two questions? Internally, there is a negativity in your mind. External environment is creating a negativity. So on both these counts, Jyoti, how would you like to tackle the situation?
So I think both ways, I think it's well answered by Preeti and Jamini, and I would, agree the same. And in my own words, I would say that in any way, external people will try to pull you down. Sometimes your negative thoughts also will try to pull you down. But these are, at the end of the day, these are thoughts only. These are just words only. It will be proven when you will accept it with your actions, or you will discard it with your actions. So thoughts will be there all around. It's okay. There's a lot of sounds around. Just hold on. Focus on your actions. You'll see the results, whether you are succeeding into that or not. If not, then okay, fine. Maybe they are true. In case not, then they are wrong. That we have proven that no, it's not like that. We have, conquered those thoughts. Also, additionally, to add on, how to, bring that calmness and, that control over you, as Jamini has mentioned beautifully, that, her health tips and other things, and also Preeti has also mentioned. I would also like to recommend here that there are different as we have a body, we take a bath, we wear a nice clothes, we do put on makeup, or do to make us feel look good. Then another feeding is required for our stomach. When we eat food, we eat our choice things. But what is for your internal soul, your mind, give that strength. Please focus on somewhat or the physical activity like meditation, or read something, or listen to somebody. These are very good practices. Trust me. We at times when I was a kid, I was also used to feel like that. Oh, it's so bakwas. Sorry to say that, but yeah, that's how we all think like that unless you see that practical, results in you. So I saw it practically. Meditation, yes, some yoga, physical activities, yes, it was. Listening to some good sources, like maybe some any or your really, as per your religion, as per your elders, as per your mentors, listening to them. These are good source of to feed your soul. they will give you some kind of a different strength to take care of these kind of external and internal fights. So that is what I just want to add on.
I think Preeti is thinking something regarding this second question, the external environment being quite adverse in nature.
Actually,
so, what your thoughts on this, Preeti?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to say something because I am in the field of brand reputation. So I feel the reputation of a person, company, organization is extremely important. If you feel that your reputation in any position, any level in the organization, even when you are starting up, is in jeopardy, where you feel that somebody is trying to pull you down, your image down, then you have to stop it. You can't always think that, okay, I'll control myself, and things will vanish. There are times you will have to take things head on also with the person. You have to strike conversations and you will have to resolve issues, because at the end of the day, you want to, be on, if you are on the right track, then why is somebody trying to do this to you? So having a conversation, a candid conversation one-on-one with the person, if it is happening publicly or even on social media, I think it calls for a discussion, so you can't just always keep silent, but you have to resolve it in a very tactful manner. You can't. And the other thing I want to say is the negative vibes. There are three different things. There's a negative thought, which could be actually true or self-created or illusionary. There's a negative vibe that you get from people around you. You feel that, they are not in support of me, or they don't like what I'm doing. So then obviously you will not, like I said before, you will not go about revealing your plans to anybody and everybody. You will keep mum on certain things till you get closures. So which is what I said. And, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to learn to be patient, calm, and wait for things to happen at the right time. And the third thing is, if there is something which is to do with, which is actually happening, not the thoughts, not the vibes, but people speaking something about you, then you should have a conversation with whoever that person is and try to resolve it quickly, because these things catch fire like anything, especially on social media. So we need to douse the fire before it, burns your house down or puts you into a problem. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, Preeti. So definitely one-to-one conversation with that individual can be one solution. And so also you need to have a perseverance. You should be able to face this adverse situation calmly. So before it aggravates further, so go ahead and talk to the concerned individual. There's a question that has been posted. It is, many a times women who wish to do something special or start something new, which is normally taken up by men, they face social hiccups. Majority of them give up on their ideas and thoughts at that point. What should be the best approach to challenge the status quo and come out and try what you want to do? I again pose this question to Preeti. Can you just share your thoughts on this?
I would love to, but this question I think goes for Jyoti, because
Jyoti, I know. I want your viewpoint as well before I go to Jyoti.
Okay. So basically, yes. Sometimes, when you're dealing with something which already men have taken, that space, so to speak, and you are also trying to come in the same space and trying to prove a point or, create an identity or niche for yourself. I think it can only happen best when you have support, instead of going anti, you have to go in support. And you have to recognize strengths. So it's like complementary. I'm good in certain things, and maybe the men or the other people who also are in the same space are good in something else. So till we don't kind of bring these things in complement to each other, it is very difficult to thrive as individual personalities and also lift our business, for that matter. So don't be afraid of entering into such areas. You can, everybody's special, everybody's unique, everybody has a unique selling proposition. Okay. So you will do well.
So Jyoti, thanks Preeti. So Jyoti, you have been into domains which are quite different in nature, not those domains which women actually tend to venture into. So the same question to you, Jyoti. So how did you break the status quo and come out with success in these various domains?
To add on to this specific to that, because the profile which I started a decade ago, it was like an working in the yard. And yards is like an open space where zero female is available. It's all drivers, truckers, and a leaders fraternity is there. So, firstly, though, there was a challenge within me. Prior joining to this company, I never could handle the sun and the hunger. So, firstly, I was required to conquer the challenges within me, that both things, sun, how to handle that. Because, in fact, in my school days, I never attended any of the prayers because of that, because I used to get fainted. So I thought, okay, now, because it's the job now, firstly, I have to focus on these two things. So try to work on that hunger and that, heat waves to protect myself. Then the heat coming up from the environment. Okay, so on that scenarios, of course, being a female, initially anybody will feel, because that's how all of our upbringing has been done in India. But what I would like to add on here, during that moment, kindly try and think yourself as a human. Do not put in yourself as male or female. Think like an individual human, and all humans are different in capacity. At times, there are people who are very good in strength, there are people who are weak, there are people who are like medium. So there are different all sort of people. In fact, into that male, if I put it into that word, so I try to focus myself as, okay, I'm a human, I have certain level of capacity and the strength. Let me do the best of my capacity and try to make a space for me. And also, being a female, I think we are blessed with these kind of things, that we make space for ourselves slowly or gradually, be it in your sasural or in your own family or in your school or anywhere it is. So I think slowly people will understand. They start to respect your efforts. They appreciate you for who you are. This is how I started, like nobody in the 800 company. The company was of 800 people, and I was like nobody, to coming to the top 5 or 8 people. So that was actually a journey which has gone through on a humanly basis, not as female or male. Of course, there is challenges which is focused as a female, but what can we do? At times we need to manage. Otherwise, it will be hindrance, and that is the, I think, mindset we need to break as a female in the fraternity industries. Because normally people think कि female है ना, छुट्टियां ज्यादा होंगी, ये प्रॉब्लम होगा, वो प्रॉब्लम होगा. So there's a mindset. So until unless we try and doing it, no, it's okay, I understand my challenges and I know how to handle it. Slowly that mindset will change. And I'm doing my bit, and I request all of us to do that bit, so that we can have an equal space available, that mindset can be broken. So that is what I just wanted to add on.
Yeah, that's explained very nicely, Jyoti. So as per Jyoti, it's always better to perform. Once your performance is good, your actions would speak for yourself, and you'll be able to create a space for yourself and break the barriers which may be there. And you can venture into those areas where women have not done so. And so also, if we take into account her exposition, we can state that yes, women can challenge themselves in different situations, in unknown areas, unventured areas, work consistently and prove themselves. Now, there is a question which has been put forward by one of the participants. So, one of the participants wants to get a brief about the professional journey of Jamini. So, Jamini, can you come across from the very beginning, how this journey you have traversed over the 15 years has happened?
Yeah, thank you. So I am a BTech civil engineer. I have done civil engineering in 2007. When I was opting this 2000 civil engineering branch, I was being told that why being a female, why being a girl, why you are opting this civil engineering. but civil engineering actually very fascinating field for me. So I have opted BTech in civil engineering. I completed my BTech in 2007 from HBTI. It's a Harcourt Butler Technological Institute. It is around 100 years old government college. And I got a campus placement in one of the EPC company. It's a engineering procurement construction company in Subhash Project and Marketing Limited. So being a studious student, though I got a job very late. I appeared around 11 companies for a job interview, but I have not got selected in my campus placement, but I have not given up. I continuously was trying that I should get a good job. So finally, I got a good job in a SPM, Subhash Project and Marketing Limited. There, I worked around 1 year as an engineer trainee. I visited the site. I saw the water treatment plant, and then I have worked actually in the office as well. But then I switched to the other company in the Tufsuit South Asia. Tufsuit South Asia was a German MNC company, and there I used to handle basically the projects submission, like tender submissions and pre-bid submissions. So my profile was to handle the government clients and the private clients. And there I worked around 3 years. And parallelly, I have enrolled myself in 2008. I have enrolled myself for this PGDM program from IMT CDL. So I have enrolled in 2008 in marketing and operations specialization, and I have completed in 2011 my PGDM in 3 years. At that time, the course was the 3-year duration, and I've completed on this marketing and operations thing. And after that, after working with Tufsuit, I joined that company, WSP. WSP was an engineering design consultancy. It is actually UK based company, and now they are actually the Canadian company. So the profile was basically to meeting with the client, working on the proposals. The proposal was like whether it's a mall design, infrastructure design, transportation design. So I worked there around 6 or 7 years. And then I took a break from my career because I thought that I have worked so much in the industry and that pressure, I can't take it more. So I decided to take a break for a few months. And then I joined a Tata Consulting Engineers Limited. Here, actually, my profile is very interesting because I am dealing with in every sectors, like whether it's the power sector, infrastructure sector, and mining and metal, hydrocarbon and chemicals. So I am actually looking, my profile is to facilitating meeting with the ministries, embassies, and multilateral funding agencies to get the more information about the upcoming projects and dealing basically with the policies. And I'm also looking at Indian as well as international markets. So the current profile is very challenging for me. So though I have accepted the challenge because it covers every sector of the industry, whether it's all the power and transmission, distribution, nuclear, thermal, or green hydrogen, or infrastructure like the road, or everything actually which you can think about the infrastructure.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Jamni. So definitely you have been into different sectors which were quite new for you. From time to time, you had been traversing different paths during this journey. And I hope the participants would have gained from the experiences which these three professionals had in their life, as well as how personally you can have a balanced life. So you need to create a conducive environment for yourself. You may create challenges for yourself, conducive environment for yourself in context of, say, how personally as an individual you should maintain your calm and perseverance for your growth. And if there are external adverse situations, again, look for opportunities in adversity. I hope this would have been a very inspiring session to all the participants. And thank you for participating and putting across your questions in this session. So IMT CDL will continue to hold certain such interactions with you from time to time. So challenge yourself, look for new milestones, and inspire yourself and grow in your professional as well as your personal life. I once again thank Preeti, Jyoti, and Jamni for sharing their thoughts on this topic, challenging self for growth. So thanks and goodbye to all of you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bharti. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Bharti.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, IMT CDL, for organizing this webinar. And yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
to
you,
all
ma'am.
the participants as
Thank
well.
you all. Thank you.
Goodbye and thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Jamini. Thank you, Jyoti.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope
you.
Thank you, Preeti,
to
Jana.
meet you soon.
Bye.